Andy Lesser, do you have any recollection of the Church of Scientology ever apologizing for or subtly hinting that they were wrong about anything? I assume the answer is no, but any example, even really tiny examples, would be interesting. No, actually not. And of course the answer is no. But this is, I wanted to comment on this because this is not only a point of destructive cults in general, right? Because this is a characteristic or attribute of most destructive cults, is it's never the cult leader or the cult itself or its methods or dogma or actions that are wrong. It's the individuals who are complaining about it that are always wrong. They've strayed from the true path. They've lost their faith. They've, in Scientology, they've committed overts, right? Or whatever. They've done wrongdoings. This is a hallmark of cult thinking and cult practice. But Scientology really takes this to an extreme. And it's most easily demonstrated by the way that they deal with critics in the media through their, hate websites and always attack, never defend. I mean, this was Hubbard policy, so it is written into the DNA of Scientology to never, ever, ever apologize, admit error, admit something wrong. Now, within the world of Scientology, I can say that, they do have a refund policy. People have gotten refunds from the church. So I guess in that sense, the church will sort of admit to some level of wrongdoing because per church policies and whatnot, it's always supposed to work on everybody all the time except criminals, right? But they don't always paint people with the criminal brush who leave quietly, get their refund, go on their way. It's not always like every single person who that happens to is automatically castigated and declared a suppressive person. And it's not quite like that. There's a bit more humanity to it in some cases. Other cases, man, they get the door. They can't have the door hit the guy, on the back hard enough when he's walking out. So it's a case by case thing. But I have seen that, so I thought I'd comment on that. That might be a way that you could interpret the church, admitting some wrong by giving money back. But as far as them saying or ever putting in writing or ever telling the person, yeah, we screwed up, not really. Not really. I would admit wrongdoing personally as a Scientologist when I was getting people back into the fold who had blown or taken off, right? I was recovering them back into Scientology. And I would admit that somebody had screwed up. But it was the individual who had screwed up, not Scientology. And there was a distinction made on that person had not done Scientology properly. And that's why, like an auditor or a course supervisor or some executive had misapplied Scientology on this person. And that's why the person had taken off, right? That's why they were upset. And I would say, hey, yeah, you're upset because somebody screwed up. But that's not saying Scientology is wrong. That's saying this person, and we're going to correct this guy and we're going to get that handled and we're going to get this dealt with because you deserve standard good Scientology, right? So, and I got a lot of people back in, with that strategy, with that tactic. So I think that's, about the closest that Scientology comes to admitting error. But if somebody, like would they admit any error with me? No. Absolutely not, right? If you're a former member or something, it's all on you. So.